following program does not reflect the views and opinions of Channel 33, its management, or sponsors.
This is Hodo, reminding you to catch the Hodo Show and the other Viewpoint at our new time, Sunday from 10 to midnight, for the very best in radio music and some of the most in-depth topics around, right here on your community radio station, 88.1 WHPR. I'm Hodo. Who are you? You're listening to.
You're listening to.
You're listening to.
You're listening to.
The Hodo Show.
On 88.1 FM.
All right. Here we are, live in studio as per usual, right here on the Hodo Show and the other Viewpoint. And of course, you know I am your brother. If there is no other, I'm Hodo. Who are you? Well, as per usual, we got a full-fledged show tonight. We got all kinds of things for your mind, guaranteed and certified to blow your ever-loving mind out your head, straight out your ear, down your shoulder, into your shoe. So you better step lightly because it's something you need, you see. So, before we kick in, gotta let you know that the views and opinions expressed on this particular program are not necessarily those of this station, its management, its staff, and of course, its sponsors. Ergo, don't be calling Mr. Watkins, Mr. Tyler, or Mr. Campbell, telling me, Hodo said, because I must tell you, my daddy's dead. So, let me tell you ever so smoothly, ever so crudely, shut up before you get started. All right, we're expecting our brother SUTTON-BEY to call in. Also, we have waiting in the wings a brand new artist. Well, I don't know if this brother brand new. I hadn't heard of him before. He got a bunch of stuff going on by the name of Uchi Khan. Huh? Uchi Khan gonna drop it on you tonight. He got a record called I Am Detroit. Shoot, I might have to change that to my theme song, huh? Also, we got our sister Z Scott. She's going to be calling in, letting you know about that business meeting coming up tomorrow at 5 at the St. Regis. We're going to be talking about that around 11 o'clock. Uchi Khan around 11:30. Also, we got Marianne Godbodo. She will be calling in tonight to let you know about what's going on with her trial that'll be coming on this Friday, the 9th of December. Huh? And, of course, we expect our brother, as per usual, from Occupy Detroit, Lee Gaddis, will probably be calling in or coming in. We'll see exactly how this brother's going to do his thing. So, a full-fledged program tonight. We're expecting our brother SUTTON-BEY to call us momentarily. We're waiting on his call. He should be locking back in with us. You know, I didn't want to keep him on hold while I was having fun with my cousins and my loved ones. Well, in fact, this may very well be him here. Let's see if this is our brother.
Select call.
Yeah, that's him. Yes, it is.
Prisoner at the Michigan Department of Corrections, Carson City East. To accept this call, press 0. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using PCS's inmate telephone services.
My brother.
What's happening, bro? You all right, man?
Yes, sir.
All right. We just been kicking it with our loved ones and our cousins. Yay, yay. What's up, man?
Hey, man, I'm keeping my head above water, man, staying out of trouble, keeping my nose clean, and staying positive and constructive.
I hear you,
man,
bro.
2012, man, I see the parole board for my first time after 21 years of incarceration, physically, but, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I got to give a big shout-out, man, to the Son of Man, man. He's been extremely supportive, man, to brothers incarcerated by sending the Son of Man Speaks up in here, man, and I want everybody to understand that is an extremely informative magazine that I think a lot of our brothers and sisters need to start reading instead of being narrow-minded and judgmental.
I hear you, bro. You know I hear you. Now, as we left off last episode, we were discussing a lot of the things dealing with what are you going to be able to do when you come back, and now you hear about that it's almost locked in for this financial manager to come into Detroit. And so, as we were talking last week, a lot of brothers won't be prepared, a lot of sisters won't be prepared, and a lot of folks out here are not prepared for that kind of thing. So what has been the buzz around the joint about what's going on, man? How are the brothers feeling about this kind of thing?
Well, for the most part, you know, I talk to the youngsters, and I'm starting with the basics with them. I always start with the basics with the youngsters. You know, pull your pants up. You know, always look presentable. Even though you in prison clothes, iron them, clean them. You know, look presentable. Just because, you know, you feel like you in a situation that's a cesspool, that don't mean you have to feel that way. You know, what you think is a reflection on how you look. How you look on the outside is a reflection on how you feel or think about yourself on the inside. But for the most part, the brothers that's been, and it's a lot of brothers that got 30 years in that's also on their way to the street, one foot in the door and 1 foot out the door. Our main focus is entrepreneurialism. It's what we can do to contribute to the city of Detroit, because we understand that there are a lot of commercial buildings that's vacant. We understand that there's a lot of vacancies as far as the entrepreneurial level is concerned within the inner city of Detroit. And it's, you know, brothers feel like this, man. They gonna come out there and they gonna shovel snow. They gonna cut grass. They gonna, you know, if they gonna come around and pick up garbage pickup, you know, bulk garbage pickup at discount rates. You know, get trucks and do that type of thing. You know, if they have to, they're gonna do what they got to do. But it's all from a hustle mentality, entrepreneurial hustle mentality. Getting their logos for their companies, getting, learning how to get their business registered, understanding about tax codes, etc. It's not so much about coming out there trying to fill out an application for McDonald's and Burger Kings. Not to say that brothers is not prepared to do that. Not to say that I'm not prepared to do that as well. But that I won't do that. I'm not prepared to do that, but I will do it. But what I'm prepared to do is to come out there and be an entrepreneur. I'm coming out there and I'm going to do everything within my power to aid and assist TV 33 and 88.1, the Hodo Show and the Other Viewpoint, and as well as my publishing ventures, which is, you know, taking Ghetto Racketeering and True Heaven on Earth for Man, which are my own self-published material, and taking it to another level and reaching back and getting some of these brothers and sisters that's incarcerated to give them an opportunity to get their voice out. But for the most part, they understand. They're not ignorant to the fact that there aren't any jobs out there for citizens who haven't been to prison. So they can just imagine the doors that's going to be shut in their face. So they're not under any type of illusion whatsoever that it's going to be a struggle. But what's disappointing, and I think you're going to hear more about this next week when we talk about some other things with some other guests, inshallah, is that the system is...
Now, that is next week that we bring those other guests in, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, can we give them a little highlight on who we're bringing?
Well, for now, we're trying to have Brother Wilcox-Bey and Brother Spearman Hill. Wilcox-Bey has been home for years. He became a minister. He's coming inside the prisons. He's ministering to the brothers. He's volunteering his own time to the brothers and sisters that's incarcerated to try to encourage them that they can come out there into society and do the same thing that he has done and stay away from the drugs, stay away from the old life. We have a brother by the name of Bruce Spearman Hill who just came home, who is putting his first novel out. He owns his own barbershop. He's going to be talking about the misleading education of the federal system and the things that they claim that they're going to give ex-cons when they come home, and it's not there for them. You know, and a lot of ex-cons is coming home, a lot of brothers and sisters is coming home from prison, and they expect for them to be some money there for them. It's not there. They're expecting for certain grants to be allotted to them. It's not there. Mm-hmm. So it's like they're setting them up for failure coming out the gate.
But look at me. We don't want to go too far into it. I just want you to give them a highlight so that they'll know what to expect. We want to leave them with the cliffhanger, man.
Right.
Okay, now
I'm listening.
Let's go back to from whence we came. Now, as you were saying before then about brothers coming home, and you said that y'all been mainly trying to get the young brothers' minds right about pulling up their pants and that kind of stuff, and to get them not to go back into the dope game, that kind of thing. Now, again, with the way the economy is now you're an author. This other brother you were talking about is an author. What other endeavors have some of the brothers that have been side by side, shoulder to shoulder with you in there, been kind of talking about that they would like to go into, so that we can kind of maybe hone the avenue so that we can see if there's a room in there for them.
Wow. I mean, shocking enough, a lot of brothers actually got their eyes on Wall Street, man. They feel like, you know, if Bernie Madoff and them can jack off the sack, you know, they definitely can get up there and make some money, you know. So they feel like they'd be right at home up there on Wall Street. You know?
Say they finna go hang out with the real crooks, huh?
so don't think that these guys are, you know, aiming small, man. They looking at the big picture. They like, man, we thought it was really, you know, something up there. It ain't nothing. We was doing that in the hood. You mean they doing the same thing on Wall Street?
again, look here. Remember what happened to Bernie Madoff? That ain't no good example. Right. He might have made off with a lot of loot, but he making up for it now.
But, you know, I mean, we just, you know, I got to make fun of the situation, but at the same time, man, it's important that the people in society understand that most brothers, majority of the brothers that come to prison, is not focused on coming back out there into society and being the same person. Mm-hmm. Now, my transformation has been based on a few things. The teachings of Noble Drew Ali, the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the support of TV 33, 88.1 FM, the support of the Hodo Show and the Other Viewpoint, and family members and loved ones who have supported me. Not everybody has that same support system that I have. Mm-hmm. And it's important that brothers and sisters that's in the community come in and try to bridge this gap. We understand that the money is not there as far as what the politicians is trying to tell the people, that the money is not there, but they always have a way to make money when they need to make money to do what they need to do from their agenda. Like they up the phone prices to try to make money to bring in cell phone detectors, millions of dollars to make millions of dollars for cell phone detectors.
Now that is for the penitentiary, right?
Yeah, for the penitentiary, when the miss a cell phone problem across the board. They may have one prison, two prisons that have a cell phone problem, but then you got to realize there's over 40 prisons in the state of Michigan that's functioning. So the rest of the 41 prisons, they don't have a cell phone problem, you know. So, but then you got to understand that maybe 2 years ago they implemented a 10% surcharge fee on everything that we bought in the store that was outside of like medicine and hygiene products. They taxed it and they took that money and they used it to build a state-of-the-art state troopers facility in Lansing, Michigan. They could have taken that same initiative, that same ingenuity, when they sat down at the round table to make that type of money to build a state-of-the-art state troopers facility, where we can take that and we can say, well, charge us a 4% surcharge and do it for the duration, but let us fund our own college. Let us educate ourselves. We can take that money and put the proper equipment in here where we can get college education so we can come back into the community and we'll have something to offer the community instead of coming back into the community looking for the community to give us something. I'm just a fortunate situation where I have the support system. I grind it out. I stuck to the fortitude, my stick-to-itiveness, like you always taught me. And I always listened to you when I was down in Detroit. You always was talking about your stick-to-itiveness. And that's important, being persistent, never giving up on your dreams. So I'm just, you know, and we got other issues and we got other agendas where we're going to do a reality show. And I don't want to put too much out there, but we got a lot of things. I'm going to have my own show at TV 33 or 88.1 when I step out here. And I'm going to continue this process of showing people that it's a possibility that you can reform inside the Michigan Department of Corrections without the help. But that don't mean stop giving the help or making the help accessible to the people. Everybody don't have the gumption I have.